ready for this.
Hello. My name's Amanda Easton and I'm a pop artist from Sydney, Australia. I make retro-inspired theatrical electronic pop. But when I'm not doing my own music, I do cabaret, cover band gigs, solo gigs, tribute shows, recording sessions. So you're 19 at the time?
19, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually get it at first.
You didn't get the gig?
No, they came down to Drummoyne Rome Club and checked me out again.
Yeah.
I said, it's Paulo Management. We're going to New Zealand and then we're going to America and we're going to New York.
Oh my goodness!
And then we're going to Europe. And the furthest I'd been was Canberra in a car to play the tennis tournament. I shouldn't be telling you all this, it's big.
It's fantastic!
And then all of a sudden...
It's like a Hollywood story.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
My mum called me up one day and said, "Why did you put all that stuff on my doorstep?" And I hadn't. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You left a whole lot of your photos and, you know, your stuff on my doorstep. What did you want me to do with it?" And I didn't know what she was talking about. And when I eventually went over to have a look at the box, I realised it was a whole lot of photos and whatever from my life. And it could only have come from one person.
Australia's finest female singers, Amanda Easton has been a darling of the indie pop scene over the past few years, thanks to her unique theatrical style and quirky sound.
I dance to the music in my head. Don't pity, 'cause I hear this tune instead. Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. the wallflower shoot. Come here, join me. I can see it frightens you to look into my deepest blue. But I'll be watching you from here.
Stu, good evening. How are you? We've missed you. I hope you've been keeping out of trouble. And I guess you've been working, which is a good thing. Good evening, good afternoon. Yes, it's kind of in between, isn't it, Bert? Lovely to see you. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend as well. Week. I'm sorry. It is the official start of the weekend, I reckon, about 6 o'clock on a Friday, in my personal opinion. And, I know you guys have joined me on a Friday night before, so you will know that I've fallen into a bit of a habit of doing an online drinking thing, which anyone just popping in who doesn't know me might get the wrong idea. But, of course, it's just a fun, neighbourly thing because I do this these online drinking sessions. That sounds so bad. Tasting. Let's call them a tasting. That sounds much better. With people from my street, some neighbours. But I remember saying this to you before, Stu, and you reminded me, Booze Day night. I like it, John. How are you? So, yes, Stu, you reminded me of this.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times.
So there you go. Tonight is gin, which I got to say is not necessarily my favourite, but a couple of neighbours that don't usually join us are joining us. So it's more of a social thing. Good excuse, I know. Well, I had some exciting news yesterday. Well, I had an exciting parcel arrive. Ooh, look how big it is. It's so weird after looking at CDs for so long. And then, I do have some vinyl, but not my own until now. And it's so big. That's the thing that struck me the most, that it's just so big, which of course I had realized when I was doing the artwork, because I'm not a graphic artist, but I really enjoy doing my own artwork and just putting it together, working at different scales than usual. So I hope you don't mind if I show it off a little bit, because a lot of work went into this artwork, I can tell you. So you open it up. There you go. You can see the reflection of the ring light there. So all of those lyrics, not guaranteed to be actually correct, but I'm pretty sure they are. And then I got to say, I'm very lucky that I got signed by an American record label to do the vinyl. And if I was doing it under my own steam, and I did do some crowdfunding to get myself going. Thanks, Bert. So that definitely got me off the ground, but frame it for the back wall. Yeah, good idea. And I wouldn't have been able to do the whole gatefold thing because that's a lot more expensive. And more. You open it up and there's artwork on these bits as well. So there's a cheeky Betty on that side. And then there's a Space Girl on the other side. So then, how do you open these things up? I'm not very used to records. Oh, there it is. So there you go. Oh, you probably can't see the picture. Oh, that's all kind of blown out by the light. But there's a little picture on there too, and there's a little picture on there. So Sydney, it's very late for you. Have you been out on the town again? Very nice to see you. I'm just showing off my vinyl. I was saying last week that it wasn't going to get here because of our plague status in Sydney. The couriers were refusing to send it, but mine got through. So I'm very excited. It's just, I've released a lot of CDs before, but it's just and that's always exciting, don't get me wrong. It's not about really the physical carrier of the music, but there is something extra thrilling about having a record. Because we call them records anyway, don't we, whether they're CD or downloads or whatever, but this is a real record. And of course they're back. So if you've got the CD, the front and the back are the same, but I purposely did different artwork inside. So this is exclusive to the vinyl, because some people actually got a package with the vinyl and the CD. So I wanted to make sure they were different. So there you go. That's my thrill of the week. Very, very exciting. And it works as well. You put it on the record player and it plays music. So woohoo! I'm glad I've got a record player. So yes, very exciting. So Sydney, where have you been? Or did you just pop up? You're jealous of the people with vinyl. I know we've had this discussion about vinyl, and both Sydney and I have had to give away our vinyls for different reasons. I broke up from a relationship and was moving out of quite a big space into a small space. And this particular ex said, oh, do you want all your old records? Like, they were ones from my mum and dad. And, you know, I didn't really ever play them. And I said, oh, no, you can have them. Now I do have a record player, don't have the records. I've started to rebuy them, but that's kind of heartbreaking, isn't it, when you've already had them? And I know it was a little bit similar with you, Sid. You moved into a smaller place and, you know, space is an issue. Anyway, I thought to celebrate, because what has happened is the American record label had sent out the US, Canadian, Irish, European orders directly from there, and they've gone out quite a while ago. And so everybody received their copy of Wallflower before I'd seen it myself. And then because the couriers refused to send it to Sydney, I was, not to you, Sydney, to me, Sydney, I've kind of been waiting to actually get them in my hand. So I'm doubly excited. You know, when you have to wait for something, you're even more excited. Nothing special tonight, just can't get eyes to close. I had one of those nights last night too, so if I start saying silly things, you won't notice the difference, because I always say silly things, but if I start acting even stranger, let's blame the lack of sleep. But in the meantime, I'm going to play Wallflower, the title song from the album. Someone keep an eye on the little creature in the corner, please, because she's been asleep for a little while and it could change at any moment. Don't worry, little girl, you'll bloom eventually. Your time will come and you'll be colorful and live the life you hope for in your heart secretly. You can build a rocket and travel into space. Just need to make a start. You can learn the way to display your scarlet feathers. Wallflower, wallflower. Remember how you felt in a dress not meant for you. You're grown up now. Don't underestimate yourself, or let them tell you you're not special too. You can build a rocket and travel into space. Just need to make a start. You come on the way to display your scarlet feathers. Wallflower, wallflower, wallflower. You can build a rocket, travel into space. Just need to make a start. You come on the way to display your scarlet feathers. Wallflower, wallflower, wallflower. You can build a rocket, travel into space. Just need to make a start. You come on the way to display your scarlet feathers. Wallflower, wallflower, wallflower. You can build a rocket, travel into space. You can on the way to display your scarlet feathers. Wallflower, 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 wallflower. Hey, Gary! How are you? I hope you've had a good week. Very nice to see you. By the way, I'm not sure if you saw my new animations yet. In fact, I've got another couple. If you have a look at the little icon of me in the left bottom corner of the chat, so that little pink icon, and press it, it'll say Mandy's. If you press it, and it'll take you to a little menu of a whole lot of rewards. You've been building up rewards just by watching. And if you've gone on a raid with me, you get extra and all those kind of things that just engaging with the channel, you build up rewards, which is the same with everybody's channel. But you can, yay! There you go. Sydney just redeemed 100 Mandys. Oh, yes, he's a new one. What do you think of my Stormtrooper? Hey, get your foot off, Smokey, mister. She's not waking up. It doesn't seem to bother her. So that's a new one, Sydney. You haven't seen that one. I like that one. So, yes, I've been busy doing very important work, creating animations for the channel. Last week we went on, Sydney, I know you were with us, but we went on a raid to see a guy called Kenny. Wow, what a talent. Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox is the name of the channel if you feel like at any stage checking him out. He's from New York and he plays brilliant piano, guitar, great singer. Obviously by the name, he does a whole lot of prog rock. So he did Pink Floyd and Queen and all that kind of amazing rock stuff. And yeah, he's really great on the animations. And so he inspired me to go to YouTube and go, how do you put animations on Twitch? Oh, this is a new one too. Hey, mate. That's, is Mandy going to get drunk tonight? Faster, faster. Come on, you can do it. How about poor Smokey, huh? Is Mandy, did it tell you? It didn't give you an answer, Stu. I can't believe it didn't give you an answer. It's trying to protect my integrity. Yeah, you just sit there and, you know, yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's a new one. I don't know if my 8-ball's working. It should be working. Oh, I think you've got a full stop after 8-ball. So maybe try, maybe that was a mistake. Okay, you want to know the question of the day? It's kind of, oh, isn't my tiger lovely? Oh, look, he's going into the microphone now. That's your answer. Simply the best idea ever better than all the rest. Well, if the 8-ball tells me, I probably should do it. What do you think? I think, that's probably a bit of a rule. What are you doing, Mr. Tiger? Jump. Go on, you can jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, very disobedient tiger. Oh, sit down. That's it. That's it. It's the no period after 8-ball. The answer is within yourself. So you can tell me, Stu, am I going to get drunk tonight? There is a little chance. But if somebody would like to activate the question of the day, it is related as well. So let me see. I can do it myself, I think. Question of the day is, you just did it too, Sid. Whiskey, gin, vodka, or wine? So that is not a question for me about what I'm going to drink tonight. I'm going to drink gin because that's what it is. It's a gin experience tonight. Gin, is gin your favourite? I've got to say, I'm not really a massive fan of gin. I think vodka would have to be my top pick of that lot. But wine as well. Wine is pretty good. And I got to say, my favourite of all those kind of drinks is brandy or cognac. Whiskey, I think, is your favourite. Look, I've done probably 3 or 4 online whiskey experiences during this lockdown. And don't believe I've ever had any of those. Oh, you're a good boy, Sydney. Wow. How about scotch, though? Because scotch is whiskey. I'm sure you've had scotch, right? But yes, I've fallen in love with whiskey. Not a fan of gin or vodka. No, I like vodka, not so much gin. Brandy is the best, but every time because of course it's my singer's drink. So when I'm at a gig, I go to the bar and I ask for a nip of brandy. And it's really funny because there's some weird laws, drinking laws, that you're not supposed to, I don't know if it's a law or it's a venue kind of policy. You're not supposed to give people nips that are neat. And so it tends to happen in clubs. So I'm sure it's not a law thing. I'm sure it's a club thing. And so they say, I'm sorry, I can't serve you a nip by itself. I'll have to put ice in it or soft drink. It's like way to ruin a brandy. Oh, tequila. See, I can't do tequila. Bad experience with tequila. Rum. I did a rum experience, which was pretty good. Schnapps. Yes, schnapps is nice. I don't even know what Goldschlager is. It sounds very exotic. It sounds very German. But what I would always do is just, empty out the ice, but it's not the same. It has to be neat and you swig it down with brandy and it's yummy. But all the bar staff saying, well, that's what grandmas drink. But I find it very nice and it's definitely medicinal. It actually warms up the throat. Anyway, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But every time I think about doing these online things now, I think of you, Stu, and I think of this song.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times, he sings the songs that remind him of the better times.
What? Only Scotch whiskey? I don't mind Japanese whiskey, actually, Bert. I don't know if you've tried Japanese. If you're a purist whiskey drinker, you probably want to stick to your Scotch, but I quite like the Japanese one. Sid! That sounds amazing. I don't know about wanting to drink real gold, but cinnamon, I love anything with cinnamon. In fact, there's that cinnamon whiskey, Firebolt. That is the best. Firebolt? I think that's what it's called. It's amazing. That was a fairly recent discovery of mine, and that's even better than brandy. I love that one. All right, I've had a bad romance with tequila. So this song is for you, tequila. your ugly, I want your disease. I want your everything as long as it's free. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. I want your drummer, the touch of your hand. I want your leather-studded kiss in the sand. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and all your love is revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. I want your love and I want your revenge. I want your love, I don't want to be friends. Je veux ton amour et je veux te revendre. Je veux ton amour, I don't want to be friends. I don't want to be friends. I don't want to be friends. I want your bad romance. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and all your love is revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. Ra, 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 roll ma, ga, ga, ooh la la. Want your bad romance. Oh, a bit of Lady Gaga for a Friday night. Oh, and of course the big news. If you were with me during the week, you will know this, but it's an excuse to play this anyway.
We are Bohemians. We dance out loud and we let like the media. We are Bohemians. Boom, sha, boom, ra-da-di-da-di-da. Down, 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 down.
Yes, so I am celebrating I've got a lot more now, but 100 followers last week, and I said that if I reached 100 followers by Wednesday, which I think I did by Monday, then I would dye my hair the colour that everybody voted on the poll. But first, let's go somewhere. Fiji, please. Yes, 7 a.m. in the morning is pretty early to start drinking, but not if that's the end of your night. I totally get it, because I have weird hours, or when I'm working, I have weird hours as well. 7 a.m., you just reached it the other end. So it's actually late at night for you. So I'm going to have to try this Goldschlager. Has anyone else heard of that? I wonder if we have it in Australia. I'm intrigued now. That sounds really good. So don't be shy. You can see what Sydney's doing. He's getting those little points from down in the bottom left corner. And you've got points too. It's not something you have to buy. They just accrue from watching. So I'm sure you can make something happen if you would like. So yes, so I haven't announced the winners of the poll. So I wish I could actually show you. I will work out how there's a way I can actually show you the results. But, oh, hello, Wolf Quest. Thank you so much for following. Howdy, how are you? I'm here in Sydney, Australia. I don't know where you are. Let me know. So yes, the winner of the poll is red. So I will be dyeing my hair red this weekend. So this is the last of pink. Thank you very much. You wanted green. The order was red. Good to see you, WolfQuest. The order was red first, then blonde, then blue, and then green, orange, and nobody voted for black. But there you go. Nice part was the drinks are free while gambling. Oh, yeah, that's good. You happy that red won? So everyone say hello to WolfQuest. We have a very friendly group here. I'm only a newbie on Twitch, but the lovely folks here all came over from Facebook with me. Oh, does that catch.com.au, John? So we do have it here. Making my mouth water. Absolutely. Cinnamon schnapps liqueur. How can that not be delicious? Absolutely. All right, let me see. If there's anything you'd like to request, you're very welcome. And it'll appear up there. So now I've opened the floodgates. I'm in trouble, aren't I? I'm going to do a song from Amy Winehouse. Meet you downstairs at the bar and hurt your rolled up sleeves and your skull t-shirt. You said, what did you do with him today? And sniffed me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy. Hand me a Stella and fly. By the time I'm out the door, you tear me down like Roger Moore. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Upstairs in bed with my ex-boy. He's in a place but I can't get no joy. Thinking of you in the final throes. This is where my buzzer goes. Run out to meet you, chips and bitter. You say when we're married, 'cause you're not bitter. There'll be none of him no more. I cried for you on the kitchen floor. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Sweet reunion, Jamaica and Spain. We're like how we were again. I'm in the tub, you on the seat. Lick your lips as I soak my feet. Then you notice little carpet burn. My stomach drops and my guts churn. You shrug and it's the worst to truly stalk that knife in first. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Oh dear, that's what happens when you ask for requests around here. Oh my goodness. The daggiest song in the world. The two daggiest songs in the world. Also Kogan. Yeah, Kogan are fabulous. I got my webcam from there. Oh, Letter as well. Definitely bedtime. Oh, thank you. 12:30 a.m. Yeah. But at least we're on the same day now, aren't we? Because that's rare. So there you go. We're both on a Friday. All right. This is Letter to a Small Boy. Oh, thank you, Wolf. A comfort song. Absolutely. This is a song. This might work. Otherwise, I'll think of something else. I mean, you're very welcome to request anything, even if it's not on the list. This is a song, Wolf, that I wrote for my young son. He's 12 now, but I wrote it for him when he was 8. So it's, you know, a mother's love. So I don't know if that's the kind of thing that you're after. But this one's for you anyway. Letter to a Small Boy, it's called. And this is from my Polaroids and Postcards album. If I could teach you all the secrets that I've learned about the world, I would. And I would show you only goodness in the world, if I could. But don't be frightened of pain. We need it like the rain. It's there to help us to the other side. It's the times that are the hardest at first that can mean the most and make it all worthwhile. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. To a small boy, you might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. You were born with such a handsome face, but that can't replace compassion and kindness. Make sure you look for all the beauty in the world around you, and inside people too. They'll give it back to you, and they're really all that matters in the end. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. So even though I'm just looking at the lyrics of that, and even though I wrote it for my young son. It does work as a kind of just a giving love to people in general song. So I hope that works as a comfort song. I know it's kind of sad, but it's, you know, I think it's melancholy, but I don't think it's sad. I think it's all about love. Darren! Very good. Darren here has just released your first crime novel. I know it's not your first novel. Thank you, Wolf. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, not your first novel, but your first crime novel. So congratulations. I just love the cover. And you were all coy about it and said, oh, you know, I found that picture somewhere. It doesn't steal your creativity. And I'm looking forward to reading the book. It is on Kindle, right? Not that I can't read a real book, but it feels weird buying a real book, especially when it takes 100 years to get here in Australia. But Kindle, definitely. So good to see you, Darren. Let me know if you've got a request. And obviously for you too, Wolf, if you think of anything else you'd like to hear. And we're all about making each other happy here. And a little bit sad because I do write melancholy songs. But, you know, I think even getting that emotion out can feel really good for you anyway. So Aussie Welsh. Hi, I am new to stream. Oh, great to see you here. I'm only quite new to Twitch. So, yes, welcome. And if I do anything silly, please forgive me. I'm still getting used to it. It appeared on Kindle last night. Perfect timing. That is fantastic. Congratulations. But one thing I have worked out, and it's because I went to see the fabulous Kenny Prog Jukebox. That's that Kenny. And he had all these fantastic animations. And so I would love anybody who has got some channel points built up. And I think even just being here straight away, you get something. Go down to the little icon in the morning. Thank you for warm welcome. You are very welcome. And you're Aussie. I'm assuming you're Australian too. But maybe I wonder if Welsh is a surname or Welsh is part of your heritage. Because I'm Australian, obviously, but I have Welsh heritage too. Welsh, French, Irish, English, like many of us, I guess, a bit of a mix. But Aussie, if you would like to hear a song, I have a song list. The usual exclamation mark list will get it up. Otherwise, if you just think of something you'd like to hear, I can't pull out anything. I'm not as clever as some people can do that. I've only been doing the kind of piano vocal thing for a few years. I've been singing for a long time, but not doing both. But I thought I might play you a song that I just learnt. It's an old song. I think it's the 80s, but we were talking about it last week and it made me think of it. Bit of Belinda Carlisle. And I think we worked out that just about every man and his dog, and female for that matter, had a crush on Belinda Carlisle. Born in Wales, now living and working in Lockdown Central. Yeah, right. Take my hand, tell me what you are feeling. Understand, this is just the beginning. Although I have to go, it makes me feel like crying. I don't know when I'll see you again. Darling, leave the light on for me. I'll be there before you close the door. Give you all the love that you need. Darling, leave the light on for me. 'Cause when the world takes me away, you are still the air that I breathe. I can't explain, I don't know how, just how far I have to go. But darling, I'll keep the key. Just leave a light on for me. Yes, I know what I'm asking tired of waiting. But if I lose your love, put off by my desire, that will be the one regret of my life. Darling, leave the light on for me. I'll be there before you close the door. Give you all the love that you need. Darling, leave the light on for me. 'Cause when the world takes me away, you are still the air that I breathe. I can't explain, do you not know just how far I have to go? But darling, I'll keep the key. Just leave a light on for me. Just like a spark lights up the dark. Baby, that's your heart. Baby, that's your heart. Baby, that's your heart. Darling, leave the light on for me. I'll be there before you close the door. Give you all the love that you need. Darling, leave the light on for me. 'Cause when the world takes me away, you are still the air that I breathe. Darling, leave the light on for me. I'll be there before you close the door. Make you all the love that you need. Darling, leave the light on for me. I give it more gusto than Belinda. Yeah, we're very different kind of singers, I guess. I think I'm finally getting there. Am I putting you to sleep? Going to turn off the light and enter dreamland. Oh, good night, Sid. It's a very nice surprise to see you. Uh-oh, Smokey is awake. Are we going to be in trouble? Anything could happen now. Last week she just decided to jump all over the keyboard, which was so much fun. So let me see. What have we got on our... Oh, my goodness. We have... now, the Australians will know this term, daggy, because I was questioned about this. There are a couple of songs that have become almost theme songs of this channel, and they are very this. Wolf, I don't actually know either of those songs. I got to say, I have a bit of a specialty with retro, so if they're really current, I might not know them. But I can do that one too, Our Lips Are Sealed. So sorry, Wolf, I don't even know those songs. Oh, Behind the Times. I do love some current music too, but I do really love my 70s and 80s. But still... You know, throw something at me, you never know. But in the meantime, I've got to do a very daggy song. So for those of you who aren't Aussies, daggy means uncool, nerdy. But I agree that these songs are daggy but awesome. Oh, I don't know that. Uh-oh, here she comes. I don't know that Bangles song. I don't know how to play any Bangles songs. I'll have to learn one because I love them too. But I don't think I've even heard of that song, My Side of the Bed. The song that I'd like to do is Eternal Flame. I've always been very partial to that song. It's lovely. All right. But hold on to your somethings because we're going to do the daggiest song in existence right now. Uh-oh. No, she's having a sniff at my water. No. Which she'll end up tipping all over the place, so, you know. Hey, Smokey, time for a bit of piano. Don't encourage her. What are you doing? You stay there. Okay, here we go. This is probably a good song for her to come and join me anyway. There we go. I'm going to have to let you out, aren't I? Can you let me just play one song and then I'll let you out? Would that be all right? Okay. Well, I saw this thing coming out of the sky. It had one long horn and one big eye. I commenced to shake and I said, oh, it looks like a purple people eater to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. Well, he came down to earth and he lit in a tree. He said, Mr. Purple People Eater, don't eat me. I heard him say in a voice so gruff, I wouldn't eat you 'cause you're so tough. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. One horn? I said, Mr. Purple People Eater, what's your line? He said, eating purple people and it sure is fine. But that's not the reason that I came to land. I want to get a job in a rock and roll band. Well, bless my soul. Rock and roll, purple people eater, pigeon-toed, undergrowth, flying purple people eater. We wear short shorts, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. And then he swung from the tree and he lit on the ground. He started a rock, really rocking around. It was a crazy ditty with a swinging tune, singing a boo-ba-ba-loo-ba, a limb bam boom. Well, bless my soul, rock and roll, purple people eater, pigeon-toed, undergrowth, flying purple people eater. I like short shorts, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me, purple people. Then he went on his way. And what do you know? I saw him last night on a TV show. He was blowing it out, really rocking him dead, playing rock and roll music through the hole in his head. Tequila! Oh, there's some good requests there. All right, what I'm going to do... I'm going to play you a video while I let her out. Lou! How is the little red hair emote? A new one. And you will be pleased to know, Lou, that red won the poll. So this weekend, I am going to go red. That's why I unleashed the little red icon there. Excellent. Thank you. All right. Just excuse me for a few minutes. I'm going to let out this little monster here because she will start playing the piano. I mean, you could argue that she's better than me. But this is a song from my Blondie and Pretenders tribute show. You know, it's the big one. It's a song that everyone knows from Blondie, and it's one of my favourites to perform. I'll be back in a minute. tell you what, Gary, thank you. I miss being able to have the moves. As much as I love playing for you guys doing this, I do miss being able to groove around and perform. That is one of my favourite things. Oh, we got some doozies on here, Stu. Thank you for the requests. And you notice Tim on the keyboards, yes, and that's Serena on backup vocals because she actually plays the Chrissy Hind part because it's Blondie and Pretender's show. So we do backing vocals for each other when we're not doing the lead singing. And in that clip, who else is there? There's... who have we got? I can't remember now. We've got Paul Wheeler on drums. Paul Wheeler's from Icehouse. He's amazing. So is Steve Bull, the bass player. Tim, as you mentioned, Tim Weddy. Ooh, the spaceships are coming. And Mike Kahn on guitar. And I'm totally name dropping here. But not only do we have the rhythm section of Icehouse, but Mike Kahn is mental as anything and dragon. Not at the moment, but he used to be. So how lucky am I? Very, very lucky, I can tell you, and I very, very much miss it. But, you know, one of the great pleasures of lockdown is actually having time to do these kind of live streams. And so I'm loving it. The more I'm getting to know Twitch and the lovely communities and the lovely people that you meet here, I'm appreciating it from a different point of view than, regular gigs that I do. So thank you, folks. Thank you for being here. It's much appreciated. And let me see, Stu, what have we got from you? The Rose. I think that deserves this as well. Shiver by Natalie Imbruglia. That's a great song, but I don't know it. Sorry. Oh, Fantastic Wolf. Thank you. I'm so pleased that you're learning guitar and trying to learn piano. That's brilliant. And it's really good to learn both. Happy Friday. It's really good to learn both, I think, because, the good thing about the piano is that it's, spread out in front of you. And so you look at the notes differently. I started learning piano when I was about 7, and I did all the Amy B and Trinity College. I don't know if it's the same in every country. Amy B is Australian, Trinity College is English, but I did a bit of both. So the exams, I did a few of them. But then I fell in love with singing. And I kind of gave the piano away and took up guitar for a little bit, which I wasn't too good at. I only did a couple of years, and singing really was the thing that I loved the best. And looking back, I wish I'd have kept up everything. But it was only a few years ago that I took up the piano again. And it was the best timing because it was only maybe 2 years after I took up the piano again that the pandemic hit, which meant when work did come back, and, for those who don't know, Sydney is in lockdown now, so we have no work. I haven't had any work for about 3 months. But in the in-between times, in between our first wave and this current one, I got a whole lot of solo work. And even though I mostly do band work, the fact that I could play piano, even just to the basic level that I play, was such a bonus. And I was working. I was really, really busy doing solo gigs, which actually I really enjoy. So we'll stick at those instruments, even if maybe you want to do them professionally or maybe you're just doing it for fun. Either way, doesn't music just bring so much joy to our lives? Oh my gosh, I wonder if I'd punch walls if I didn't play and sing. It just makes me feel good. Glad it's Friday. I've finished work for the week, so no weekend work for you this time, Stu. That's great. Sheet music for guitar and piano are confusing, yes. Oh, yeah, I started committing to music in 7th grade. Violin. Violin is probably the hardest. Oh, Lou! Thank you so much. For those who don't know Lou, you know him now. He is just a legend of a guy that I actually know in the real world. And he is a massive supporter. He comes from a theatre background, so, you know, I guess that's part of the reason, but he's such a massive supporter of musicians and on Twitch and elsewhere. And I'm talking about emotional support as well as financial support. It's just the legend. So there you go. But Wolf, yeah, I hope you really stick at the music. And if you've played a bit of violin as well, gosh, if you can do that, you can do anything. And even though I do believe that music, the talent that everyone has for music is different. Everyone has their own inborn amount of talent. Most of it's just working at it. And so I know, love you too. I know that, you know, you'll do great if you really want to do it. That's the most important thing. So I've got, and Lou, if you have a song, please let me do a song for you. But in the meantime, I'll do Stu's request, which is daggy but awesome. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger and endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and a soul afraid of dying that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose. Have you seen that movie? That movie with Bette Midler in it, playing Janis Joplin. So good. There's a fantastic singer called Els, is it? Els Bailey, who has a song called Crowded Table. I'll have to look it up. Thank you, Darren. And Wolf, I think I missed a message from you. Let me just scroll up and have a look. Everyone in strings wanted to play guitar, but they didn't know it was orchestra. Ah, yeah. But I have a violin and a viola. Viola is beautiful. I love viola. Oh, you're obviously a musical person, Wolf. I reckon you could play anything. If you've played viola and you've played violin, seriously, you'll find the piano a breeze. And yeah, it's funny with music, actually reading music. I do read music, but I rarely read it. I mean, my parents sent me to piano lessons from the age of 7, and I did the exam. So I did learn from a technical point of view. But good movie, The Rose. Thank you, Stu. But I almost never actually read music nowadays. I mean, I just read chords, you know, just the letter C, A minor, whatever it is. And I think when you see sheet music, it can be overwhelming. And I remember once when I was at school, and a little kid from school came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" And I think it was a buddy system that we had, and it was one of the little kids. And I said, "I'm reading music." And she said, "What does it say?" How cute is that? Reading it, so it must say something. And I said, "Well, you have to actually, you know, play it on an instrument so that you can hear the music. It doesn't actually have words." And it was really just a cute way to think of it, to read music and, you know, it's some kind of story. And it is, isn't it? Music is a story, absolutely. But reading music, and sometimes, you know, sometimes you get this thing, singer versus musician. And really, a singer is a musician, so it shouldn't happen. Sometimes it happens. I got to say, I'm blessed to work with the most amazing musicians, and so it's not something I've experienced for a long time. But every now and again, you get musicians that get snobbish about music, and they think singing, because it's, you can sing without having any musical theory whatsoever. And that is a reason I think it should be considered more highly in some ways. Look, they're both, it's difficult to learn an instrument, no doubt, but it's also very difficult to sing well as you'd like to. But sometimes you get that, you know, singer versus musician thing. But really, to understand music and sheet music and all the technical side of things just requires study. I don't believe, I mean, playing music and putting expression into it and writing it and whatever is definitely a talent. But the actual understanding of music is just like learning maths or a language or something else. And it's just a matter of time and not letting it intimidate you. Because I'm the number one person who gets intimidated by things. Might not seem that way, but I do. Pete is a singer's muso. Absolutely. There are some musicians who are just, and listen, I think the ones that are full-time professional that have been doing it for any length of time generally have a complete understanding of what it is to sing as well. And Pete is completely a pleasure to work with from a singer's point of view. He gets you. He understands that it's an instrument as well, you know, and the instruments have to work together. And the big difference with singing is, you know, I can't put a capo on my voice. A guitarist can change key, but it's still, you know, it goes both ways, right? Singers also have to understand musicians. And even though it's important to have a song be in the correct key for a singer, because there's only so much movement and range that we can work with, you can't just expect a guitarist. And I actually did this with Pete once, and we had a little joke argument about it, but I wanted to do Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple in a key not the original, because the original obviously sung by a man and it doesn't really suit my voice. So I asked him to do it in another key. He said, nope. There are some songs you just can't play with, and I completely understand that. Such a guitar song, and it's all about open strings, and, you know, as soon as you start putting capos on, the sound is different. So, you know, we all just have to work together. Let me see, what have we got here next on the song list? So if there's anything that you would like to hear, don't be shy. So I'm not checking my texts here. I am looking up the song list, just in case you think I'm damn rude. Stream a song list. Where are you? Struggle playing with both hands. Don't you worry. Everybody does. The two hands thing on the piano is like this, which I probably can't do either. You know, it's like doing two different things. And then, oh, that's fantastic that you've written a song. That's just another whole thing altogether. Sounds like you're doing really well. Music is definitely a language. I totally agree. That's what the band think when a drummer thinks they're a musician. Oh, cheeky Stu. But yeah, the whole two hands thing. I mean, I don't pretend to be an amazing piano player at all, but when I was starting out, oh my goodness. And even singing and playing the piano at the same time, it's really a matter of splitting your mind into two or three things. So yeah, completely get you, but definitely just doing it more and more. It does become more second nature, and you don't. It's a bit like driving a car. You know, when you if you've driven a manual, you just think you're never going to get the coordination together, and if you've been doing it for some time, you don't even think about it. You just get in the car and you do it. It's a little bit like that with music, although I haven't been doing the piano long enough for that to be the case. It's only been a few years for me. Okay, I mean a few years. I did it since I was 7, but when I took it up again. So who have we got on the queue here? There's the Rose. Oh, let's do Flame Trees. Yeah, Darren, I know you said that you wrote song lyrics, but you don't play the instrument. You should I sing your songs to myself, usually when I'm driving to and from work. Yeah, that's fantastic. You should try and grab a musician near you, and if you've already got the melody, then someone can put the chords under there for you. But nothing wrong with lyrics by themselves. It's poetry, really, isn't it? Well, this is an Aussie song from our fabulous Cold Chisel. And it's about that season too. I went for a walk this morning and the weather was divine. The flowers are starting to come out. Of course, it's springtime here, which is, the best time in many ways, I reckon, because the plants and the flowers are all looking bright and beautiful. The weather's beautiful, but not too hot. And we have flame trees in our street, which are trees with really flame orangey red flowers. I bet it's gorgeous down there, Lou. It's always gorgeous in the Southern Highlands. Kids are driving Saturday afternoon, just pass me by, and I'm just savoring familiar sights. We shared some history, this town and I, and I can't stop that long forgotten feeling of her. In time to book a room and stay the night. Number one is to find some friends and say you're doing well. After all this time, you boys look just the same. Number two is the happy hour at 1 or 2 hotels and settle into play. Do you remember so and so? Number two is never say her name. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace, everything within its place just needs that sentimental bullshit anyway. Takes more than just a memory to make me cry. And I'm happy to just to sit here at a table with old friends and see which one of us can tell the biggest lies. And there's a girl, she's falling in love near where the bee and all the stands, with a young local factory auto worker just holding hands. And I'm wondering if he'll go or if he'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field in our day? All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace, everything within its place just makes it harder to believe she won't be around. All the flame trees will blind the weary driver, and there's nothing else can set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no pace, everything within its place just makes it harder to believe she won't be around. Oh, Chizu, Chizu. If you're Australian, that is something that you get to hear at pubs, and when you're doing a gig and you're playing Fleetwood Mac show, people will still yell out, Chizu! But what they also yell out is another request that Stu made, which has become almost like an Australian national anthem. And it's actually not even an Australian song originally, but it's a song by Ricky Lee Jones that Daryl Braithwaite covered. And he had a really big hit with it. And of course, Daryl Braithwaite is from Sherbet, another really big 70s, I'm thinking, legendary band. And then when he went solo, he did a version of this song. And more recently, the hipsters kind of took it on. I think it was tongue-in-cheek, but they made it a bit of an anthem. So it's a mixture of being a bogan and a hipster anthem. And I have definitely been doing tribute shows that aren't Sherbet, where people have been yelling out, play horses. 70s, definitely. But it's actually, I mean, it's become this, but I think it's a cool song. We will fly way up high, where the cold wind blows, or in the sun, laughing, having fun with all the people that you know. If the situation should keep us separated, you know the world won't fall apart, and you will free the beautiful bird that's caught inside your heart. Can't you hear her? Oh, she cries so loud, casts a wild note over water and cloud. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. We'll be riding on the horses, yeah, yeah, way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, pick you up. You will grow until you go. I'll be right here by your side. And even then, whisper the wind. hand, and she will carry up your right. I hear all the people of the world in one bird's lonely cry. See them trying every way they know how to make their spirits fly. Can't you hear them? He's down on the ground, has a broken wing, looking all around. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. We'll be riding on the horses, yeah, yeah, way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, pick you up. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. We'll be riding on the horses, yeah, way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, pick you up. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, pick you up. I hope you were singing along. Nearly everywhere there is a gig, the request comes for horses. You're definitely going to start using the word daggy. Yeah, it's an awesome word. Absolutely. Yeah, I like your little yeah emotes. So I'm very keen for somebody to try, and I can do it myself, I think. I was working on some animations today. Let me see which one is a new one. Oh yeah, that's in. Now this one's not a new one, but this I like this one. I call that one Dancing Mandy Alien. Now, Dancing Alien Mandy. The things you do. This is the kind of thing that I love about Twitch. I mean, you know. That, of course, is from my Man Who Fell to Earth music video. Hi, Mandy. If you were here earlier in the stream, you heard me being very excited about this. And this, of course, is my album Wallflower, which is, it just arrived yesterday in Australia. So the vinyl, the CD's been out for ages, but the vinyl, for all different reasons, took forever. And it's so exciting. Don't you just love getting packages at the door anyway? I mean, we do everything online at the moment because of lockdown, like everything. But so there's a lot of packages that arrive at the door, and sometimes it's the flour and the milk, which is not necessarily super exciting. But yesterday these arrived, and, you know, I'm still kind of getting over the fact that it's so big because I'm so used to, you know, CDs. So I'm going to play a song from this album. This is a song you would have heard me tell this story perhaps before. One day my mum called and said, "Why did you leave this box of stuff at the door?" Didn't know what she was talking about. Turns out it had to be only one person because it was filled with souvenirs and photographs and things from the life I shared with an ex-boyfriend, and he'd obviously decided it's time to clear out the clutter. I'm going to give the memories back, which was a bit heartbreaking. It felt like every day was summer for me and you. Yes, and Lou knows him. Days stretched out ahead forever, yellow and blue. A Hollywood house opened up cars a lifetime ago. Now it's all here in a battered shoebox. It overflows. 10 years of us. You packed it up, left it at my door, and all there is left of us is afterglow. stop to say hello or see my face. You left me with these photographs and nothing to say. You dropped it all off in this battered shoebox and slipped away. 10 years of us, you packed it up, left it at my door, and all there is left of us is at the door. I know we had a fairy tale life before the rug got pulled away. Old hurts are only whispers now. The history of us can never really change. 10 years of us, you packed it up, left it at my door, and all there is left of us is at the door. Oh, thank you, Gary. And that's, well, if we were talking about that early, that, music is a language, and it's also, well, that's what language is, isn't it? It's a way of expressing yourself. So even if you're not singing the words, but you're playing it, it's still getting something out. And it definitely makes me feel better when I play just about anything, actually. But it gets stuff out. Thank you, Stu. Oh, a bit of Elton John would be good. I'm purposely avoiding Stu, Natural Woman, because I haven't played it for ages. I'll brush it up for next time. Because, Carole King can really play the piano. So can Elton John, of course. And, it's one thing that I've learnt. At first, because I'm surrounded by so many amazing musicians, I didn't want to play the piano in front of them, because especially the pianists, right? People like Tim Weddy. I still have I? No, I haven't played in front of him yet, but I'm doing a Carole King show where I actually, believe it or not, it's Natural Woman, so I really do need to brush it up again, where I play that and sing it. Normally I'm just at the front with, really amazing musicians behind me, but just because Carole King is a singer piano player and that's how she's known, I wanted to pay proper tribute to her and actually play and sing. So I play Natural Woman in that show, and the piano player isn't Tim in that show, but he is filling in, and I'm freaking out that I'm going to be playing in front of him. Yes, I agree, Wolf. No, John, I don't have a raid subject picked out tonight. Do you have somebody to suggest? Because I'm totally up for a suggestion. Absolutely. I love discovering new people. So if there's someone you've discovered that you're thinking of, let me know. In the meantime, so what I was going to say is, playing piano in front of these musicians that I've been singing in front of for years. Of course, I've been a singer for so long, even though, there's things that I really want to improve and whatever. I feel like, that's my thing. And so I'm not shy about that. But the piano, absolutely. But I came to a realization at one stage where I had to play in front of a jazz bass player who's really well regarded in Sydney, and he actually hired me to do a concert, and I played part of it on the piano, and I was completely freaking out thinking, what's he going to think of my basic piano playing? Then I thought, I don't think he can sing. So, that's my thing. So the piano is just a bonus. And, I'm not trying to say I'm Elton John. I'm just using it to accompany myself. So, I thought, stuff it. You can do it. Don't worry about it. The Savvy DJ, a Sydney acoustic duo has special guest tonight from 7. Oh, perfect. Well, I'll probably finish up about 7-ish. Or a little bit later. So that sounds perfect. A bit of Livy. I know, 120 followers. Oh, look, I know that that's just a drop in the ocean, but it does take time to build up here, and I'm so thankful. And I had a couple of new follows tonight, including you, Wolf. So thank you so much. Very much appreciated. You know, I plan to stick with Twitch and make it part of my regular life even when lockdown's over. So I'm, so happy to be here. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself. And you too, Ozzy. Welcome. While those around you crawled, they crawled out of the woodwork, and they whispered into your brain, said you on a treadmill, and they made you change your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to have known you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Loneliness was tough, the toughest role you ever played. Hollywood created a superstar, and pain was the price you paid. Even when you died, all the press still hounded you. All the papers had to say was that Marilyn was found in the nude. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to have known you, but I was just a kid. Candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawled. Goodbye, Norma Jean. From the young man in the 22nd row, sees you something more than sexual, more than just down Marilyn Monroe. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to have known you, but I was just a kid. Candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. I'm going to have to learn the Lady Di version, Princess Di version of that. That's the Marilyn version, of course. Thank you so much for following, Aussie Welsh. Much appreciated. And great to see you here. Oh, this has got to be, now Aussie is going to know what this word means. Oh, you got to go, Lou. Lovely to see you. And mwah, thank you again for your fabulous support. You are so appreciated. Thank you. The Aussies are definitely going to know what daggy means. And some of my international friends are taking it on. Like Daz, you're going to take it on and make this part of your lingo. And I think this song is probably top 5 daggy, but awesome. first song that I ever learned, Wolf. Oh, you're awesome, Aussie. I don't know. The first song I ever learned to sing was like for a kindergarten play. And if I really think about it, I'll remember, but I can't think what it is. It's like a kiddie song. And throughout there was like a kindergarten pantomime, and I was holding up in front of my face a cow face because it was a nativity play. And then I got to put it aside, of course, to sing. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's one of those things that has stayed with me, but I can't think what it's called now. And no, I love the Chili Peppers. And yeah, they're definitely, inspiring for a lot of people with guitar, I bet. Oh, Squire Strat, that is awesome. My best friend, I love that. And I love the name Skylight. That is a beautiful title. It already speaks volumes, like without even hearing the song. I have a skylight in my kitchen, and I didn't put it in there. It was there when I came here into this house. And I love that thing. Like such a small, I mean, it's probably not small. It probably cost the people, a bit of money to put it in the house, but you always know. And Miss Smoky Pants, the cat that belongs there but has gone for a walkabout, she always, this beautiful stream of sun comes through the skylight in the kitchen and bathes the kitchen. But there's always a big square of sunshine on the floor, and Smokey sits right in the middle of it. But I love the idea of you're doing it for your dad, Skylight. Like the fact that it brings light into the dark. That's beautiful. I love the song already. I haven't even heard it. Please make sure you let us know when it's done. I don't have a Discord yet because I'm still so new to Twitch. I'm still getting it all together. And a lot of people who follow me here are people that I met on Facebook and I brought over. So we're all still, not all of us, I'm sure. There are plenty of people that know what they're doing more than me here. But, no, music is exciting to talk about it. Talk ahead, Wolf. And you know what? That's the good thing about being a streamer at my level, that, I'm still new to it and I don't have hundreds of people. It means I can talk properly to everybody, and I love that. Okay, what was I going to do again? Oh, that's right. I was going to do one of the daggiest songs in existence. Daggy, but awesome. You keep missing Twitch things too. That's all right. We're all still getting used to it. MySpace. Who remembers MySpace? I actually met a girl who was 13 recently who is on MySpace now. How does that even happen? Apparently you can be. Oh, Aussie, you legend. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me know if I can do a song for you, won't you? I'm going to play a Daggy song right now. Oh, I don't know if that's that way. I don't know if you heard this conversation earlier, Aussie, but I've been blonde for a long time, but in lockdown I went pink. And then I got everybody to vote, everybody here on Twitch to vote what colour I should go next. And I'm going to go bright red, which I have been in the past. And so that's where I just unlocked that little redhead emote today. And you will know this. I know, the purple people eater emote. I know, funny, huh? Crazy Daggy. I'm glad you picked it up for what it was, though. You will know this. A lot of Justin Timberlake owns MySpace. That's crazy. Is that true? How amazing. No, it doesn't. It looks very different now, doesn't it, John? I've been there. My MySpace music profile is still up there, as is the Pop-Tarts one, I think. But people that aren't from Australia don't know this thing, I think. I'm looking over here because I'm going to show you something. Hang on. Aussies will recognise this. This is very vintage, obviously. A girlfriend bought me this. Redheads is the name of matches It's a company that makes matches, you know, that you strike to light things. And I think they probably make lots of other things nowadays too. But one day, when I first dyed my hair bright red, I was walking through the Cross, which used to be kind of the seedy part of Sydney. And a drunk guy, oh, I like that, a halo of fire. That sounds awesome. A drunk guy stumbled out of a pub or a club or whatever, and he had cigarettes in his hands. He looked at me and he had matches. He had redhead matches, right, with that picture on the cover. He had that in his hand. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. And because he was really drunk, he saw me with this redhead and saw the picture on his matches and went, "Oh, you're the chick from my Matchbox." And after that, I went and got that logo that emote comes from made. I went to a graphic artist and I said, without ripping off the copyright, can you please create a logo for me that is based on the redhead matches kind of thing? That was so funny. This guy really thought that his matches had come to life. Drunk, and he said that. I think because he was actually hallucinating. It might have been something else. It could have been, chemical enhancement, but something that got him hallucinating that his matches had come to life. Okay, now the pussycat, as per usual, has been jumping all over my keyboard and changing the sound, so I think we're safe. Where were we? We were at Daggy. This is a song I remember as a little kid. Sing along, please. Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sails, and Jackie kept a lookout, perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant wings make way for other toys. One night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff, that magic dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane without his longtime friend. Puff could not be brave, so Puff, that mighty dragon, slightly slipped into his cave. Puff, the magic dragon, lived cute emotes there. Hey, Harry, how are you? Good to see you, mate. That song is hilarious. That is a song that I learnt just when I was doing my piano bar gig and someone requested it, and I thought, gosh, I know that song from my childhood. I'm sure I could sing it. It's almost a nursery rhyme. And so I pulled it down off the net and played it. And I've got to say, it took me back to my childhood. And when I heard that song as a kid, I remember crying because, you know, the Puff didn't exist anymore because the little boy didn't believe in him. And still when I play it, I kind of get the chills in that bit when it says, one grey night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. I think there is something so sad. I mean, it's such a daggy song, I know, but it's beautiful. I love it. So thank you, Stu, for requesting that one. It has been a while since I've done that one, and I haven't really done it much because it's not a song that a lot of people think of. But, oh, Charlie, it takes you back as well. You're very welcome. I mean, you know, isn't it about that? The reminiscing music does that. Blame you for all the requests tonight. Happily. Any song about dragons is going to appeal to a Welshman. Fair enough. You cried about Puff too. See, John, you're probably equally a sensitive soul, I would say. I'm glad Charlie's been fed and medicated. Charlie is John's dog. So give him a big kiss for me, please. I know he probably won't like it though, will he? He's not a kisser. Yes. Oh my God, you are so right. Scent. I am very led by my nose. I can walk past somebody with a similar fragrance to, you know, an ex-boyfriend or something like that, and I'm there. I'm right back there. Oh, I so agree. Oh, Bert, no worries. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, thank you. Have a beautiful dinner. And I will be back on Tuesday if you happen to be around then. I'll be here Tuesday at 11 a.m. our time. Oh, yeah, the question of the day. So the question of the day today is, have I seen the Welsh flag? I should know, shouldn't I? I should know, but I don't. I have actually been to Wales, so I know I have seen the flag. Of course, it's the dragon. I knew that. I have been to Cardiff only for, it was just a quick visit, maybe 2 or 3 days, and it was fabulous, and I must go back. There's so many places I'd like to travel. Okay, I think we should all jump on a plane together and go to Wales right now. Just keep an eye out in the distance. My plane is coming to pick you up. Here it comes. Can you see it? Wales, next stop. Thank you very much. Dracar Noir. That would have been when St George were losing, that supporters would have cried. Oh, I know what it's like. Well, we look after our instruments and we love them, don't we? But sometimes the scars are a good thing. Ideally, the scars that you give them and not other people. A bit like our bodies. We've all got, you know, things on our bodies, whether they're scars or marks of some kind, that tell stories. And, you know, it's important to try to be proud of them and own them rather than like wrinkles, you know. Look at these wrinkles around my eyes. They're signs of, you know, things that I've laughed at and loved. So it's the same kind of thing. Can we go to... I love Stonehenge. I've been to Stonehenge and I found it really eerie and beautiful. I really loved it. Oops. Just changing my little camera angle there with the piano. And my uncle who gave me the guitar doesn't know either, doesn't know about the stories. That's kind of even, you know, more intriguing, isn't it? Do you ever sit when, you know, Australians at the moment can't do it, well, at least New South Welsh people, But we can't sit in cafes yet. Won't be too far away. You probably know if you're watching from out of Australia that we're in lockdown. But I love sitting in a cafe and looking at people and making up their history. Whenever, oh yeah, you don't do that to instruments. Scars are sexy, totally. And you know, one thing I read that I love, I read that scars are the strongest part of your skin. So the way that they develop, you know, they're actually thicker and stronger than a regular piece of skin. So doesn't that say a lot? Yeah, a man with a scar down his face. Oh, I suppose a woman as well, really. Why should I be sexist? But yeah, they're just like, yeah, where did that come from? And you don't want them to say, oh, I ran into a door. You want it to be something more intriguing than that. Scar tissue. That is right. So let me see. What have we got on the song list? Actually, do you mind if I play a song that I just feel like playing? This is one of my favourite Billie Eilish songs, and I'm a huge fan of Billie. And I'm in the mood for a bit of Billie. I think she probably is already building up a bit of scar tissue. I can't play the Chumbawamba song, but I made this GIF especially today since I'm going to do an online gin tasting tonight.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times, he sings the songs that remind him of the better times.
Hey, that's a good combo, Aussie. Wolf. A cafe and a music store. Like food, music. Aussie, I can do that Anne Murray song for you. I'll do it as soon as I do this Billie song. Don't be that way, fall apart twice a day. I just wish you could feel what I say. Sure, never tell, but I know you too well. Kind of mood that you wish you could sail. If teardrops could be bottles, there'd be swimming pools filled with models. Told that tight dress is what makes you whole. If I love you was a promise, would you break it? If you're honest, tell the mirror what you know she's heard before. I don't wanna be you anymore. Hands getting cold, losing feelings, getting old. Was I made from a broken mold? Hurt I can't shake, we've made every mistake. Only you know the way that I break. If teardrops could be bottled, there'd be swimming pools filled with models. Told that tight dress is what made thank you. No, that's cool. The requests are good. I don't know if I can actually fit them all in tonight because I have an online gin tasting to get to, but I can definitely do some of them for you. And I hope that you'll come back another time and I can do the ones that I didn't do tonight then. So my schedule is I always do this time from 5 p.m. Aussie time. And then I do Tuesdays, and I can go a bit longer most times. It's just Fridays when, you know, my busy social calendar not kicks in. I do Tuesday from 11, then I do Wednesday from 12:30. So it would be great to see you another time. But I've got time for a couple more. Anne Murray, this is a gorgeous song. This is a waltz, so, you know, if you have some room wherever you're watching.
I'll always remember the song they were playing. First time we danced, I knew Hello Tiger. As we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me. As we moved together, I knew forever you're all that I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
Oh, how cute is my tiger? He's a lovely little fella. He tried to snuggle up to Smokey earlier, but she wouldn't have it. So I'm just having a look at the comments I missed. Oh, thank you, Ozzy. That's nice. Online gin tasting. Yeah, totally. I know, weird, huh? So for the last, well, since we've been in lockdown since back in late June, I have, oh, thank you, Wolf. Yes, I do. I have a 12-year-old boy. He just turned 12. So yes, since we've been in lockdown, we have a really sociable street. It's only quite a small street here in the inner west of Sydney, and we spend a lot of time, you know, catching up with the neighbours. And we have little parties on the street, just, you know, small things with barbecue and that kind of thing. And obviously we can't do that during lockdown because you're not allowed to have any visitors or see anybody, basically. And so one of the ladies started researching into what we could do together online. So we all jump on Zoom, and a local bar in the city, they've called their online part of their business Box Bar. So on the Friday, so we've been doing this, not every Friday. Having said that, a lot of the neighbours have done it every Friday. I can't really afford to do it every Friday for health reasons and financial reasons, but every now and again we'll do it as well. Is Mandy loving lockdown? I've got to say, I do kind of like it. There's a lot of things I like about it. Let's put it that way. And so we get delivered a little box, and in the box there's maybe 5 or 6 little glass bottles with all different types of whatever it is we're tasting at that time. So I did do last week, and last week was Shiraz. I love my red wine. And this week is gin, and you get a few little bar snacks. They roast a whole lot of nuts and put spices in them. They are insane. Like cinnamon, and my mouth is watering, a whole lot of different spices they roast these nuts in, and they just taste so good. And so you get, and dark chocolate. One thing I learned, because we did a whiskey one, whiskey and dark chocolate go super well together. Anne Murray had you confused as a kid. I got to say, even though I'd heard that song before, I'm not really that familiar with Anne Murray. Not old enough to apply the correct empathy. She had a unique voice, and yet hair and makeup was styled, age appropriate. Blue eyeshadow. I'm going to have to check out. I don't even really know what she looks like. That's all right. You talk ahead. Like, I'm sitting here in my room by myself having a chat, right? So I love it when people chat back. I'm only going to fit in one more song, I'm sorry to say, because I'm having fun and I could hang out here with you guys forever. But this is one of your requests, Ozzy, and thank you for joining us, joining this little band of awesome people that we have here. Merlot, dark chocolate, they're all good. Thank you for requesting Wuthering Heights. It's one of my favourite songs. I'm going to finish with that, and then I'm going to do a raid. Now, John, because it was miles up in the chat, can you please, if you're still listening there, can you please type in who it was that you wanted to raid again so that I can look them up? Because I'm sorry, I should have made a note.
We'd roll and fall in green. You had a jumper like my jealousy, too hot, too greedy. How could you leave me when I needed to possess you? I hated you, I loved you too. Bad dreams in the night, they told me I was going to lose the fight. Leave behind what the ring, I teeth clear. It's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me into your window, eat clear. It's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me into your window. Oh, it gets dark, it gets lonely on the other side from you. I find a lot falls through without you. I'm coming back, love, cruel Heathcliff, my one dream, my only master. Too long I roamed in the night. I'm coming back to his side to put it right. I'm coming home to what the ring hides it clear. It's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me into your window, Heathcliff. It's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home and I'm so cold. Let me into your window. Ooh, let me have it.
that movie and that book too, Wuthering Heights. So good. And I adore Kate Bush. She's one of my icons. Absolutely huge fan. Hey, so John, did you let me know if I missed it? Let me just scroll up and see who you were suggesting. Oh, there you are. The Savvy DJ. Okay. I would love you guys to join me on a raid, which I think is just such a clever idea. The fact that, you get people to meet other people and networking and supporting other artists. It's just amazing. I love it. Okay, so the Savvy DJ. I am going to, let me see, how do I do this? You can tell I'm still new to this, huh? Oh, no, it's supposed to come up. Sorry, I'm going to try and work it out here. No, I don't want that one. So many devices I've got. This, I know, Kate Bush wrote that at super young. They seem to be in between sets. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. And at that stage, her parents stood back and said, go, as you would, right? She's such a talent. I actually saw a documentary on her recently on Amazon Prime where she's interviewed and, there's bits and pieces. She's interviewed in the past. There's, I don't think there's any actually current interview stuff from her. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's why. See, I'm still getting it together. Are they still in between sets? That probably means we can't raid them. Do you want to do another quick check? Or maybe I can do a quick check here and see if they're there. Otherwise, we'll find someone else to raid. Let me see. We can always do it another day anyway. The Savvy DJ. I'm just opening it up now. Oh, yeah. I'll give them a follow so that they turn up on my list. We'll have to visit them another time. So it's a DJ with guest singers. No, I haven't seen Kate Bush live. I would love to. I have seen a video of her performing and she's amazing. And the thing is, she's a great dancer as well. I actually have another Kate Bush song that I love doing. And that's Man with a Child in His Eyes. That's a beautiful one. I wonder, pure theatre, absolutely. I wonder if I can squeeze in A Man with a Child in His Eyes and then maybe Savvy DJ will be ready for us. Let's give that a go. I got to say, learning Kate Bush songs is not easy. She's too good. Because she's an amazing piano player. I mean, how dare she? She can sing, she can dance, and she's a great piano player. And actually, this was the song that the record company wanted to release. I like the duo more than the DJ, obs. I would think so, John. The record company, when they signed her, they wanted to release Man with a Child in His Eyes because it's probably closer to it's not a typical pop song by any stretch, but for Kate Bush, perhaps it was a more accessible kind of pop song. And she said nope, even though she was only 18 or 19 at the time. She said, no, I would like to release Wuthering Heights. Thank you very much. I think she made the right decision. Good on her.
Focus on the day that's been. I realize it's there when I turn the light off and turn over. Nobody knows about my man. They say he's lost on some horizon, and suddenly I find myself listening to a man I didn't know before, telling me about the sea, all his love till eternity. Ooh, he's here again. child in his eyes. Ooh, he's here again. The man with the child in his eyes. He's very understanding and he's so aware of all my situations. And when I stay up late, he's always waiting, but I feel him hesitate. Oh, I'm so worried about my love. They say no, no, it won't last forever. And suddenly, and here I am again, my girl, wondering what on earth I'm doing here. Maybe he doesn't love me. I just took a trip on my love for him. Ooh, he's here again. The man with the child in his eyes. Ooh, he's here again. The man with the child in his eyes.
Simplicity. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us, Pete. How are you? Very nice to see you. Oh, I love Kate Bush. Thank you for requesting some Kate Bush Aussie. Now, this is what I'm about to do.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the best times.
Oh, Simplicity. I did play his song, but I do have another song of his that I could play because he requested. Did you want to hear? I played two Kate Bush songs, but there are other songs that Ozzy requested. If you'd like me to play one of those. And then maybe then John's mates that he's going to lead the raid over with us, maybe then they will be ready for us because we just had a little check and they're on a, I'm not checking my, no, like my actual brothers. Oh, play your brother's song. Who is your brother? Oh, you would do good playing my brother. Oh. Tell me who your brother is. Is he someone I would know? Sounds like I would. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Simplicity. I'm just scrolling up now reading your message. I didn't see it before. I'm so sorry to hear that. If there's a song I could do for you, I will. Is there a song called My Brother? Because I don't know that. I'm sorry. The Simplicity, if there is a song in particular that I can play to ease your heart, and we all have things that need eased in our hearts, absolutely. How about a nice positive song? This is a song that Ozzy requested earlier, and it's a nice hopeful song. Yes, please send me his link. Oh, I don't know if you can do it here. If you can't do it here, there is my website, amandaeaston.com, and so my email address is amanda@amandaeaston.com, or just visit the website and there's a contact button there. I would love you to send it to me. Oh, it's there. Thank you. I will check it out later.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. Oh, oh, oh. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. So there's a little bit of a hopeful song. Sorry, Simplicity, I didn't realise you were talking about a very specific song, obviously. And I am actually already running late for my gin night. So I'm sorry. I promise I will check out that link, but I can't do it now because I am at the end of this stream. I'll be back this time next week, or I will also be here on Tuesday, Sydney time, at 11 o'clock. All right, let's see if your mates are ready for us. John? No go? Are they still not online? Well, I mean, they're online, but they're having a break, maybe. Let's have a look. There are always other times if it doesn't work tonight. So let me, did you check out to see if they're there? Let's have a look. Kids these days. Thank you so much, Darren. I hope you'll join me on this little channel raid. It looks like they're not there. You want in on the gin tasting? I will report back. Absolutely. Let's go to Julie Clark. I visited before. She's fabulous. Let's go visit her. I hope you'll come along with me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you over at Julie's and again soon. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye. It delivers me from all there is to